And Jesus said to them, "Do you not see all these things? Assuredly, I say to you, not one stone shall be left here upon another that shall not be thrown down." Now, as he sat on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately, saying, "Tell us, when will these things be? And what will be the sign of your coming and the end of the age?" And Jesus answered and said to them, "Take heed that no one deceives you. For many will come in my name, saying, 'I am the Christ,' and will deceive many. And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet."
Good afternoon. I want you to focus on two simple equations. Global climate change equals extreme weather events. Extreme weather events equal devastation. Thank you for joining us for the CNBC Africa debate, responding to extreme environmental risks. I'm joined to deep dive into the conversation by Al Gore, Vice President of the United States in 1993 to 2001, Chairman and Co-founder, Generation Investment Management, and a member of the Board of Trustees of the World Economic Forum. Peter O'Neill, Prime Minister, Papua New Guinea. Hindu Omaru Ibrahim, who is the coordinator of the Association for Indigenous Women and People of Chad, and Philip Hillebrand, who is Vice Chairman of BlackRock. Thank you all for joining me. Vice President Gore, can you tell me why we need to care more about climate change today than ever before?
Well, I think Mother Nature is making that pretty clear. Every night on the news is like a nature hike through the book of Revelation. We are trapping enough extra heat in the Earth system because of man-made global warming pollution to equal the energy that would be released by 400,000 Hiroshima-class atomic bombs exploding every 24 hours. It's a big planet, but that's a lot of energy. And one consequence that has a direct impact on extreme weather events is that all this extra heat energy is disrupting the water cycle by evaporating much more water vapor off the oceans, which falls in much larger downpours when it reaches the land. So we get these massive rain bombs that have become so commonplace, and that results in floods and mudslides. 500 people died in Sierra Leone earlier this year from mudslides. Similar events occur regularly around the world now. The same extra heat also pulls moisture out of the soil, which makes the droughts deeper and longer and has a profound effect on agriculture. So we get stronger storms. Because most of the heat goes into the oceans, the storms that come over the oceans as cyclonic storms, cyclones, hurricanes, typhoons, become much more devastating. Just this past year in Houston, Texas, we got 1.5 meters of rain from one hurricane, and we had several more besides that. So these events are getting worse. They were predicted to get this extreme and intense by scientists years ago. And because their predictions have come true, we should pay careful attention to what they are telling us now about what will happen in the future and how we can moderate this destruction in the future by stopping the practice of using the Earth's atmosphere as an open sewer.
So I don't want to dramatize the situation, but if we don't act quickly, how much time do we have left?
Well, the consequences that we're already experiencing will continue for some time and will get worse, but we still have the ability to make changes by not dumping 110 million tons of man-made heat-trapping pollution into the atmosphere every day. If we did not, then the consequences would be horrific and would pose an existential threat to the survival of human civilization.
For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there will be famines, pestilence, and earthquakes in various places. And all these are the beginning of sorrows. Then they will deliver you up to tribulation and kill you, and you will be hated by all nations for my name's sake. And then many will be offended, will betray one another, and will hate one another. Then many false prophets will rise up and deceive many. And because lawlessness will abound, the love of many will grow cold. But he who endures to the end shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in all the world as a witness to all the nations. And then the end will come.